So I didn't go home after going to the Salvos. I went across the road to the Second Chance op shop. If you're ever in Drysdale and Country Victoria, do call in there. Amazing stuff they've got in there. Now, I so wish these boots were twice the size. These cost $6. They're Tony Bianco's and they're only a size 5.5, which, you know, could take a while to sell. But the leather on these boots is absolutely beautiful. It is so soft and the quality is just gorgeous. So even though I normally would try to avoid the really small sizes, like a 5.5, Tony Bianco boots for $6. Wasn't going to leave them there. The next thing I got in there was another pair of $6 boots. These are Sandlers, size 8. Seem to be in really good condition. They just need a little bit of leather conditioner on them and they'll come up a treat. In that shop, books were $3 for, kids' books were $3. No, sorry. Kids' books were $3 for $1. So I got 3 books that I've already got parts of series at home. So these will go into the stash to build up Choose Your Own Adventure books. So I've got it, then I'll have a bulk lot that I can send out. Same with Animorphs and same with a Descendants novel, Disney Descendants novel. I also got 3 fantastic, really lovely vintage books. Couple from the 50s. This is a 1970 reprint of a 1958 one. Should get about $25 for that top book. Then we get onto the clothes. I paid up for 3 things. This was the first. This was on the jumper rack and all the jumpers there were $4. But this just screamed quality to me. I've never had this brand before, but I couldn't leave it there. So it's got a lovely little embroidered logo there. Quarter button. And that's the brand. It's Ben Sherman. It's a size 2, so, you know, that sort of gives a few hints away. 100% cotton, and the fabric just feels, you know, top quality. So for when I can find items cheap enough that I haven't had before, I'm willing to pay that money, bring them home and research them. I really don't think I'm going to lose on that at $4. The other 2 items I paid up for off the plus size rack. Now, as a plus size person myself, I find it a little discriminating when shops have a plus size rack. I mean, I love the fact that they had the separate rack for plus sizes, but when they priced those items up, because most of the other clothing was $1 a piece, the plus size clothing was $3 a piece. I think it's a little bit of discrimination myself. Anyway, I paid $3 each, so, you know, not a lot of money, but still compared to $1. I got this vintage Australian Perry cotton blouse. It's a nice little sheer one, size 18. I've got a Wishbone XXL tunic. It's lovely black and red sort of sheer top with a lining underneath. You can wear that in winter with something underneath it, or as is during normal weather. I got this cool Under Armour t-shirt for $1. The rest of all the stuff from that shop was $1. Another Caroline Morgan tunic. This one is a size 18, which is great for my plus size section. Black and white tunic. Looks like it's never been worn. An Under Armour hoodie. I think that might be a youth size, but when it's Under Armour, I thought I should still pick it up. This one's an interesting one. Don't know the brand. There's no actual tag up the top, but there's a tag here that I'm not quite sure what that actually says. And then you open it up and it says Miss Lily. Interestingly, made in the USA. So, yeah, not quite sure if it's vintage or what it is. But it's really interesting. It's quite gorgeous, actually. So, this is a knit part. All this part here is knit. And then we've got the lace inserts. So, and the sleeves are long lace. It's quite different. It has got a little bit of makeup on the top part here, but I'll give it a wash. And it's a tunic sort of length. And great quality. It will be interesting to see what that one comps up at. For $1. Another Caroline Morgan, pretty pink one there for $1. Kate Harris, I've seen that Kate Harris tags a few times, not picked it up, but I thought for $1, hey, pick it up. It's sort of a cardigan type thing. This is another Caroline Morgan. Look, this probably won't sell till summer. However, for $1, I'm going to grab it while I can, and it'll go to the bottom of the pile, and then if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, it can wait to be listed in summer. This is another brand I don't know. Triple Arrows, possibly made in Australia. Possibly made. The fabric's lovely. It's lovely and soft. The buttons are fabric covered. There's a few sort of the way it's sewn and stuff. It's a few little hints given away that it is nice quality. So again, for $1, I'm going to take it home and research it. Another Caroline Morgan, because Caroline Morgan's really great bread and butter for me. It sells for me very quickly, and at reasonable prices. You know, sort of $19 to $30 usually. So this is a size 12, and I'm guessing an off the shoulder type black and white little tunic. Then there was 2 Caroline Morgan hoodies, Sherpa. The hoods are Sherpa lined with little ears on them. Exactly the same, although there is a slight colour variation between the two. So I will have to actually take 2 sets of photos for these, which is a bit of a bugger. This one's a size 14, and then we've got the same one in a size 12. Another one to take home for $1 and research is Henry Lloyd. Know nothing about it. Size 4. Pretty sure it's made in Spain, if I remember correctly. Nice looking tag. It's a kind of tag that looks expensive, I think. What's it say? 100% cotton. Do not tumble dry. Doesn't say where it's made, but that looks like French writing. So I'm going to say made in France, or for a French company. And the Henry with an I, gives that away a bit. I have picked up a couple of Blue Illusion tops recently. I actually really like the fabrics that they choose for their garments. This is, you know, I mean, it's very plain colour-wise, but to feel the fabric is lovely. So I might get into a little bit more of that as I find it. Again, $1. This one is a nice, fully reversible, I'm guessing microfiber vest, navy on the inside, pink on the outside, no tags because it's fully reversible. The only thing I've got is this little 3 dots on the zipper, so I guess I'll have to find out what that actually stands for, because that's the only thing that's going to tell me what the brand is. Again, $1. I'm always looking out for new plus-size brands, whether they be vintage or not. I haven't seen this before, which is Renoma. And these are a size 24. Look, and although, you know, the elastic's probably not as good as it should be, they've obviously been well worn, for $1, I'll take them home because, again, it gives me a new brand to research. These were interesting because these have got lovely embroidery on the pockets. However, and lovely studs with crystals in them. No tag that I've yet been, I haven't turned them right inside out, of course, but no tag that I could find quickly. And they are adjustable here. Whether that's been done later or whether that's how they came, not sure. But, hey, adjustable's good. So, yeah, they might be a bit interesting to find out what they actually are. Then we have a pair of Harry Potter pants. Didn't know they made Harry Potter pants, but apparently they do. So we'll see what they do. They're Panchinos. I've got this Zach's Design Work Business Apparel. They're from Melbourne. Giveaway was the S97 for the sizing. Generally, if it's a size 97 centimetre instead of being in inches, I know that it's going to be either Australian made or something to do with Australia. Not sure if it's Australian made. No, it's not. But the company's from Melbourne, it says. So, yeah, workwear's always good. These look in pretty good nick, you know, with the pockets and everything. And generally, I haven't looked them up yet, but they're, you know, you can feel it in the weight. And they're generally triple or double stitched in the main seams, so they don't come apart. So that was the end of that shop. Then I went off to the Lifeline shop and got a few more little bargains. Not very many, just a few. So nearly at the end. Another Caroline Morgan. This one's a pretty little dress with a pleated skirt, size 12. This was half price, so this was $4. This one was another Caroline Morgan. This was a tunic, half price at $8. It was $8. I got it for half price. I got it for $4. This one actually I quite liked. It's got a lot of layers and a lot of different patterns in the bottom of the tunic. It just is got an appealing sort of a look. I probably would have paid $8 for this one, but I didn't have to. Then I got this really gorgeous autograph top, lovely stretch top, the type of fabric that hides a million sins, with the marbling, and again with the style. It's going to be lovely on, I would imagine. Size 22, good for my plus size section. Then I got this really nice vintage item. So the tag on this is Jean Jones, which again I hadn't heard of before, but this shirt is made in New Zealand. And even, I mean, you only have to look at the actual tag and you know that it's going to be vintage. But the main reason I knew it was vintage before I look it up and is that it's 100% rayon. So generally when rayon is used as the type of fabric, it's going to be vintage. And it's gorgeous little sheer, long, you could wear it as a long sort of a jacket over a little top. Or you could wear it as a tunic on its own. You would probably have to wear a camisole or something underneath it because it's sheer. Then we get to these. These are on the rack. I paid $1 for this little number. And I'll just turn it around and bring it up so you can see what it is. And this is a pair of G-Star Raw denim. And I looked at them and I thought they can't possibly be G-Star Raw. The denim's really loose and soft, and they're culottes. What the heck? Then I did a bit of looking up, and yeah, G-Star do make nice culottes. And these are in the bandage style where the thick strips sort of wrap around the leg. And they are a Spirac 3D high culotte. And the size is, I don't know, it says a 24-inch. So I'm not quite sure what the equivalent of that will be, but actually a really nice pickup for $1. And my very quick, you know, sort of comping when I wanted to see if they were going to be real G-Stars or not, possibly $70, $80. So that's it. That's the very last one. I think this is probably going to be the standout item of all of those between the Salvos, the Second Chance and the Lifeline store. But hey, when I comp some of those ones that I know nothing about, you never know what's going to happen. Catch you next time.